Now we're going to run this down real fast. Also, with Jupiter, Jupiter is all about wisdom. Jupiter is all about knowledge. Jupiter is all about expansion. Jupiter is all about looking at the bigger picture. See, now, Jupiter has just left Aquarius. So what is Aquarius? Aquarius is basically predicated towards the 11th house. And also, it's predicated towards Aquarius, predicated towards Uranus, and a little bit of Saturn right there. But what's going to happen here, being that it left, is in Pisces now. So Pisces is predicated towards being open, adaptable, and versatile when it comes to dreams, imaginations, fantasies, illusions. Also, putting yourself into situations of putting yourself into other people's shoes, helping other individuals, getting to know your spirituality, and of course, putting yourself into situations of bending over backwards and not wanting nothing in return. But also, Libra is here, which is the exaltation, and Pisces. Also going to bring a little bit of exaltation towards Jupiter. And that means you need to find a little bit of balance, peace, harmony, and justice when it comes to you helping individuals, or you just basically being open and shit to other people's injuries or insultations and shit, or just them basically going through some ups and downs. Try not to basically get yourself absorbed in these areas, because this is what's going to basically breed the energies that's predicated towards what's going on in the sky. So if you're not aware of what's going on, it's very wise and keen for you to basically be open, because what's going to happen is Jupiter is kind of loves being here in Neptune, for me, because it kind of like governs Neptune. So it's going to put you into the perspectives of being open, and of course, open arms, helping individuals, bringing faith and luck towards your dreams, which you can basically bring into existence. But you also got to utilize a little bit of North Node and Gemini energies. You also got to utilize a little bit of Virgo energies, which is basically helping you bring practicality and being open-minded towards things, and what makes sense for you to basically cater towards these energies and bring these things into practical perspectives. Because you're going to have a whole lot of dreams, a whole lot of illusions, a whole lot of intuitions going on. But you got to make sure you have the right intuition, the right perspectives. And of course, you got to know where you have this in your charts, in your house. This way you'll be in the right energies. This way you won't be all over the place. And you will know where to look. You will know where to seek. You will know where to expand that when it comes to you putting yourself out there in the world. Now we're going to basically break it down real fast. And how we're going to do this first, we're going to start off with Jupiter. See, Jupiter is all about bringing abundance, bringing faith, hope, and of course, you got to be open-minded in this area. You got to be wise in this area. You got to look at the bigger picture in these areas. So with this being said, if you have Jupiter in the first house, see, Jupiter wants you to expand your personalities. Jupiter wants you to expand your personal life. Jupiter wants you to go to the extremes. Jupiter wants you to extend that area. Now, Pisces wants you to be open. It wants you to be mutable. It wants you to basically be meaningful. It wants you to daydream. It wants you to imagine. It wants you to expand. It wants you to, but what's going to happen is going to bring a conflict between the two. But these conflicts is all about learning experiences. Learning how to expand your fire when it comes to your emotions and your sensitivity. You got to learn how to expand these things, express these things, push out these things. Because Pisces is going to kind of like, it's like the feminine side. I don't really like too much of that light unless the confidence start to basically dwell, depending on the moon sign too. Now, this is going to basically help you out in this situation. And this is going to basically work towards getting you ready and prepared. Because once they actually get into that third decon, at 3 degrees, it's going to really take effect. It's going to really take shape. It's going to really take form. It's going to be here all the way to May. So, Jupiter in the second house is going to want you to expand what you are valuing. Looking at the bigger picture of what you're valuing. Looking at a bigger perspective of what you are valuing. Also try to make sure that you're valuing the right shit, that you're valuing the right things, valuing the right circumstances, valuing the right people, the right places, the right things. Also, you're going to bring a whole lot of faith and hope and luck and towards what you're valuing. Pisces wants you to be open, mutable, curious, and adaptable towards making sure that you're valuing that with someone or something, or helping someone that you could basically, or just helping someone is basically a good valuing system in general. Just by you helping somebody, that's a good way to value that. That's a good way to be open with that. That's a good way to express that and things that matter. See, Jupiter in the third house, it wants you to expand your environment, expand your surroundings, expand these areas, expand your friends, expand these people. And also, Pisces wants you to be open, versatile, to basically expanding, helping, and picking up your environment, picking up your friends. They might need you. You might be a big ass influence. So your environment, your friends, the things that you're basically connected to, trips, things that's predicated towards your surroundings, your neighbors and shit. This is the area where Jupiter and Pisces want you to get real serious in that area and expand in that area. and get serious in that area. Now, Jupiter in the 4th house is want you to expand your home, your family, what makes you comfortable, your feelings, your emotions, your privacies, and individuals that you love, friends, family that you're basically connected to on a deeper level. They want you to expand that shit. Pisces want you to help your family. Pisces want you to be open with your family. Pisces want you to uplift your family. Pisces want you to put yourself into a situation where you can expand your family on a spiritual level. And you're gonna go to the extremes in this area too. Gonna go real extremes in this area. Try not to overburn yourself or exhaust yourself and shit, or try to take too much over the burden. Find balance in that area. Also, Jupiter in the 5th house, it wants you to expand your creativities, your talents, your entertainment, your gifts, how you express yourself, how you're being seen. I want you to expand in this area too. Pisces wants you to be open towards your talents. It wants you to be changeable towards your talents. It wants you to express your talents. It wants you to be out there with your talents. It wants to be charismatic with your talents. It wants you to basically have a talent of helping people. That's what it wants you to basically do. So you got to get to it. So any creativity, any talents, any gifts, arts and crafts that you have in mind, you got to make sure that you're putting yourself out there to expanding it, broadcasting it. And also you got to go through the phases of what didn't work in the past and what's going to work now. Also, Mars is in Sagittarius, so it's going to basically have you, it's going to bring a little bit spark in that area too, which is going to get you off your ass towards what you need to do. So yeah, be aware of that. And now, Jupiter and Pisces in the 6th house. This is bringing expansion towards what you do on a day-to-day basis, what you're paying attention to on a day-to-day basis, your health, your routines, your day-to-day works, your ethics. It wants you to expand this shit. It wants you to basically be passionate towards this shit. It wants you to bring that ignition. It wants you to bring that charge, that spark, for you to basically be direct and, of course, keep pushing that and expanding what you do on a day-to-day basis. And, of course, take care of your responsibilities. Even though I don't like the 6th house, it's going to bring conflicts in this area. It's going to bring opposing energies. But try not to allow these things to basically wipe you up under the carpet or the rugs. Feel me? Just try to be more open, more adaptable, and changeable, and you'll be all right. So just means cater towards helping individuals, cater towards, being there for individuals. They may need your help during this time. So yeah, try not to overlook that. For me. And also, because this is what I believe this is a Virgo ascendant. I believe this is a Virgo ascendant. So we got Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio. Now this is a Libra ascendant actually. So with this Libra ascendant, you're gonna put yourself into situations of basically going through some ups and downs. You may go to the extremes in this area, so be careful, be aware of that. Also, Jupiter and Pisces in the 7th house, see, it's gonna be loved here. You're gonna go to the extremes here in this area too. You're gonna have opportunities. You're gonna have misunderstandings, which means that you're gonna have a misunderstanding when it comes to dealing with your emotions, emotional side. So you're gonna have opportunity to basically have the gift to expand your relationships, your partnerships, and your romance, your affairs, and of course individuals that you basically are connected to and what you relate to. See, this is going to be a good segment right here too, because you're going to have many aspects where you can help individuals and how you can relate to individuals and where you can expand with individuals during this time too, so be open for that. Also, Jupiter and Pisces in the 8th house, it wants you to get real deep, real dark, real personal when it comes to your behind the scenes, your desires, what motivating you, and of course, what bringing passion towards you. This is going to bring some situations where you may have differences, but you're going to have a gift though. You're going to definitely have a gift. You're going to have a gift to basically get off your ass, get into your desires, get into your passions, expand in these areas, of course. Work behind the scenes, things that you do behind the scenes. The darkness, the darkness is going to need you during this time. Dark forces may need you during this time because you never know how good outcomes play out into that percentage level. So you got to be open and aware of what dark, deep desires that can basically help you and, of course, get you passionate during this time. Also, being that you have Jupiter and Pisces in the 9th house, you're going to have opposites and you're going to have conflicts in this area. But what's going to make it count is you're going to have a whole lot of abundance. You're going to have a whole lot of desires, a whole lot of openness for you to basically be open and expanding towards your morals, your principles, and of course what you're catering towards and what motivates you. That's what's going to help you. See, what you need to be doing here is being open and adaptable. And of course, you may have to be a preacher during this time. You may have to become a teacher during this time. You may have to help individuals this time. You may have to expand with individuals. You may have to take trips. You may have to travel. You may have to basically be open for bigger perspectives and bigger horizons. And that's what's going to basically bring the faith, hope, and luck towards your experiences that you're catering towards you, and how you're getting from point A to point B, and how you're moving around. And that's what's going to basically help you and bring you order, abundance, if you play out the energies, if you're open to or pursuits of morals, principles, and the philosophies, and what's attuning you into these areas. Now, if you got Jupiter and Pisces in the 10th house, Jupiter and Pisces want you to expand your business, your goals, your achievements, your status, your quo, and they want you to basically put yourself into a situation of helping the individuals. How the fuck did you get hit? How did you get all that? They want you to basically help individuals, show individuals. You don't got to show them everything, but at least show them the step-to-step process of how you can help them and how you can cater towards these individuals, because that's help is kind of like needed on the side. So this is going to put you into a situation where you can basically help individuals when it comes to you being seen, and that's going to be your status right there. Helping individuals. If you ain't got a status, you got a status. You got something where you can help individuals. You got to be consistent though. You got to make this shit happen. See, the practicality and this shit that ain't gonna make really sense right here, because you got two planets that's dealing with the water and you're dealing with fire. So you're not gonna have too much of the air and the logic, and you're not gonna have too much of the earth and the practicality. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna have Libra here, which is gonna basically bring the balance. So you gotta learn how to balance the two. Try to overexhaust yourself, put yourself in a situation to basically burn the fuck out, and you'll be alright. Jupiter and Pisces in the 11th house. Your associations, your groups, and what you're basically participating into, and the unknown. It needs you to help these individuals. It needs you to help your groups, people, places, and things that you're connected with. Help these motherfuckers. They may need your help during this time. This is what's going to basically help you get you from point A to point B. You got to be changeable, open, adaptable towards, catering towards individuals, but also trying to find balance in this area. Try not to put too much of your eggs in one basket, and you'll be all right. And last but not least, Jupiter and Pisces in the 12th house is going to bring a whole lot of faith, luck, and of course, instincts towards your dreams, your imaginations, your fantasies. Also, what you need to be doing here is basically putting yourself into a situation where you need to be basically taking action towards your dreams, expanding your dreams, putting yourself out there to basically getting up, go for your ass and getting serious about your dreams. Feel me? Because if you ain't in the situation of being serious and hold it back, then that's on your ass. But you need to get real serious in this area, though. You need to take this shit real serious. Don't fuck around with it. Don't play around with it. And you'll be out in this area. And you'll be out in this position. But you have to get serious and situated in this area, though. And that's what's going to basically bring the faith, the hope, and the luck towards your dreams, your imaginations, and of course, what you have a desire and a purpose and a will to basically go towards to. And that's going to be basically the Jupiter and Pisces in the houses. Now, when it comes to the zodiac signs, what you guys need a lot. The Aries, you guys are going to have a 30 degrees. So you're going to have an environment, you're going to have space to change and be open towards your visions, your goals, and directing that towards expanding that, expressing that. And try not to be too direct. You may basically taint a little bit of feathers. To Taurus, you're going to have opportunities to put yourself into a situation not getting too stubborn or too staggeral, and basically putting some of that practicality and that fixed earth energy towards the mutable aspects, aka sharing that shit. Sharing how you fix and how you're practical in that area. Third house, you're gonna have, Geminis, you're gonna have conflicts when it comes to your learning differences and learning perspectives. So you gotta learn how to basically think, communicate, analyze with a little bit of emotion. Put a little bit of emotion into it, and you'll be all right. Cancers, you guys are gonna have the gift to basically be you, and of course be a caregiver at this point. Leos, you're gonna have misunderstandings when it comes to how you're being kind, generous, and how you're being the center of attention. Virgos, you're gonna have opposites, which means you're gonna be dealing with opposing energies when it comes to what makes sense, what's being practical, and of course fantasies. Libras, you're gonna have an overindulgence of misunderstandings, misunderstandable desires and shit when it comes to relating. Scorpios, you're gonna have a deep trine when it comes to your gifts and taking power and control over helping individuals, and of course catering, and of course being fixed. Learn how to put some of that fixed towards being able to get deep with individuals on all totalities. Sagittarius, you're gonna have conflicts when it comes to learning how to feel and learn how to expand when it comes to how you feel and seeing about your goals and your passions and your visions. Capricorns, you're going to have the opportunity to take power and control over a dream or a nightmare or illusion. Aquarius, you're going to be open-minded and, of course, being changeable and adaptable towards how you think and communicate with your extremes, energies. And Pisces, you're going to have a conjunction to stand right on your aspects and basically put yourself out there in the world.